Welcome to the final stream. It's been a while since we had a bad connection too. Oh, we have just about everything. Yeah, the bitrate is bouncing between like 0 and 1600.
What would you like to do?
Everyone in the guild is 99 or 99. I have personally seen to it that everyone is max level. With benefits.
Is there something else? Farewell.
Now, I would like to have gone to the final fight. Since we're at 99.5%, you take a guess. Don't think I've read the Snake Braid Snarl description on screen, but there's also something I've been pushing off. Hold on. I think a stink bug just landed in front of me. Yeah. Alright. Scusa moi. Oh, they got to 99, retired, and then we got to 99 again. Anywho, I have a stink bug to go flush, so excuse me. I'll be RB. Okay, yeah, rip bug. Connections, I mean, the bitrate's still lower than it should be, but connection looks stable right now. So, Snake Braid Snarl. Red tresses so snarl that they can never be separated from anything in their tangles. This is what we need to get the ultimate bow, the Fail Knot, which I still haven't bought yet. And might never buy on this save. Only 2 people who could really use a bow, and I don't plan to use them for the upcoming fight. It's something I just have put off for so long since the second stratum, when I started reading the Animal Compendium, is reading the Monstrous Codex. So, let's get that out of the way. Rabid Acorn, a plant monster with a hard cupule often seen in the woods. This is one tough nut to crack. Not anymore, not by a long shot. Roper, rumor has it this plant monster fuses its vines with others of its kind to become a bigger one. Rumors hold some weight. Air Squirrel, when this balloon-shaped rodent's legs are sealed, it can't use a special aerial drop attack. Wild Dog, a ferocious canine that indiscriminately snarls and snaps at anyone who gets near its territory. It's also the newbie killer. Ice Bat, an ice blue bat monster. The frost from its wings can be used to preserve food via refrigeration. Oh yeah, very long read, which means people who get here a half hour in won't actually miss the big thing, which might take like 5 minutes. If my party is as good as I think it could theoretically be, this final fight's not going to be long. Well, welcome, Melissa. Yes, you've walked into a long read. Myconid, a living mushroom in the woods. Beware, for those who touch its body will become as hard as stone. Having played previous games, this thing gave me a huge scare given they have petrification on the second floor. But no, they reworked it into something proper this time. Forest turtle. This monster digs in its legs for defense. Normal weapons are useless, but fire softens its shell. Charging boar. A ferocious pig with big tusks. At the first sign of danger, it charges at top speed and max power. Venomous leech. A purple leech living in humid areas. Its defense mechanism is to spray a highly poisonous saliva. Yeah, I agree with that because my voice is... I'm A, going to need to breathe a bit more, and B, going to need more water in my mug. Let's resolve one of those. Forest Eye, a pesky primate from the woods, known for being a masterful mimic and even imitates other monsters. Man-eating hare, a bunny that developed a taste for flesh. Once it bites, it won't let go until it tears off meat. Colossal roper, a larger version of the roper. Any part of its body that gets tied up will soak up its power. Stunned cicada, when this bug monster's body is damaged, it lets out a death cry that can numb those who hear it. Jumping caracal. This monster lives up in the mountains, and its legs are so strong, it catches birds in a single bound. I'm just realizing how many entries I have to read right now. Let me try to scroll through it a little bit differently. There. If I do it like this, maybe I'll get a bit more significant progress. Gobbler. This bird monster tastes so good, neither man nor beast can resist trying to gobble the turkey up. Rending mole. This animal monster digs up holes with its claws, but it won't burrow if its legs are restricted. Volt squirrel. This rodent monster is charging with lightning. Charged with lightning, it can communicate by conducting electricity. Popping gel. This jelly monster hops about on its legs. Upon death, its poison turns the body a putrid color. Cliff goat. Those who encounter this horned goat become lost. Simply tie up its hooves to keep it from moving. Yeah, maybe around there. A stone ray, a manta monster that can fly. It uses its tail to bind up the arms of any adventurers who face it. I am glad I did not assign a voice for reading the codex entries. How to make this harder. Prancing parrot. This bird monster mocks adventurers with snarky movements, but it seems to be afraid of thunder. Spotted hound. This canine monster will break its prey's weapons to lower their strength. Bad dog. Very bad dog. Troctocong, a bat gorilla that likes to be at high altitudes. The air sock on its chest hardens when set aflame. Petite Spriggan. This small nature sprite is adorable, but if it's backed into a corner, it will unleash its power. Cracked skull. The skeleton head bumps into monsters and walls so frequently it has a crack atop its cranium. That actually explains that. That's cool. Bone archer, a skeleton with a bow and arrow wielded in life. Even dead, it can pick off foes from afar. Soul taker, a giant wheel that rolls around old battlefields. Folklore says it steals corpses from graveyards. Well, if that folklore is true, that does explain why it's hanging around mass graveyards. Eerie choker. The vines of this creepy plant have evolved into human arms and hands for binding a victim's head. Zombie mutt. A small dog that doesn't know it's dead. It won't even spot a loose screw when it loses its cool. Loose screw. Grand Spriggan. This giant nature sprite has no memory of when it was tiny. Its body can even crush solid steel. Ghost. If this phantom haunts you before it's sealed, you'll be made to relive its pain and suffering. Yep. To this day, I still hate ghosts. Because if you one-shot a ghost, the ghost will one-shot you back. Zombie squirrel. No one knows who thought of zombifying squirrels. They still like staring people from up above. Flame Temptress. This vampire looks human, but it's only a monster. Bind its arms before it can cast any fire magic. Horn Skull. Legend has it the light inside a haunted skull is its soul, but it can be extinguished by ice. Oops, okay, there we are, Horn Skull. So back up to Coffin Demon. When these corpses start to pour from the demonic sarcophagus, so look out, or disaster will follow. Yeah, bind its legs, just leg bind, and you'll be good to go. Of course, binding other parts may help too. Not head bind, though. Volt Crystal. A crystal monster is yellow as lightning. Its core can be collected if its body first numb. Hypnobat, a bat that lives in the crystal caverns. It can lull people to sleep by using ultrasonic waves. Cave Leech. This worm monster creeps along walls and ceilings to suck blood from even heavily armored humans. Sword Saurian. This reptoid warrior is skilled with a blade. It has no magic, but excels at working with casters. Fire Crystal. A crystalline monster is red as fire. Its body is weakened if it's unable to detect its surroundings. Nah, because the skill's called Death March. Mole King. This grand mole monarch and its star-shaped nose can sniff the best food in a harsh environment. Shraptilla, a gorilla bat that uses the caverns as its base. Its arms are so muscular it can crush solid steel. Tantrum Turkey. This foul-tempered fowl can rustle the feathers of other monsters, but it won't flock together. Says this description, they do come in pairs every now and again. Olatsoyan. This reptoid warrior can manipulate wind pressure by spinning its spear in a powerful joint attack. Ice Crystal. A crystalline monster is blue as ice. The recoil of its own spellcasting might make it roll over. Klaxon Cicada. Saurians use this bug as an alarm, but its death siren won't activate if its head has been bound. Hammer Saurian. This reptoid warrior has a warhammer it uses to great effect. Its wings regulate its body heat. Hammer Dog. This hound of war hides and waits for the perfect time for its sharp fangs to rip and tear you up. Shielded Phasmid. This chivalrous stick bug wields a leaf shield to defend other monsters if it were a knight. Fire Squirrel. The Thread Burner. This squirrel has caused many a forest fire. When it has no allies around, its fires get desperate. Panda Ant. This insect monster with black and white patterns can lower resistance to sickness with its venom. Steel Acorn. This nut monster grew an iron shell, but it lacks an iron well. Its body will lock up if messed with. Ice Squirrel. This rodent monster will shoot ice from its tail, not only to attack, but to endure hot climates. Bladed Phasmid. A stick bug that wields a leaf sword. It focuses on its enemy's legs to reduce their mobility. Crimson Caracal. A small red feline that is a skilled hunter. Bob under its foot can be used to stun enemies. Stone Steed. This equestrian statue excels at striking with rocky hooves, so bind its legs to limit them. Or just blast it away with ice damage. I mean, maybe by the 5th stratum you'll have good ice damage, maybe not. And it's resistant to leg bind, so good luck with that. Battering Boar. This wild hog with bold tusks and a hair ridge can shatter stones just by charging into them. Cursed Capra. A goat monster known as an ill omen. Can mark prey with its curse and doom people to bad luck. Horn Gel. A jelly monster that can shrug off normal attacks, but it's fragile enough to be pierced quite easily. Fire Ant. This insect monster can protect its anthill with fire, but sometimes it burns its own mandibles. Hexsteed. This ancient guardian of the labyrinth releases a lightning bolt that will bring disaster with it. Yeah, only on floor 25, and they are one pain in the ass to deal with. Random target curse, petrify, paralysis. Volt damage. Emperor Falcon. A jet black bird with a crown-shaped crest. The powder in its wings can raise monsters' agility. It has Dark Wing Beat to raise evasion, but I have never seen them use it. Ever. It's there. It's in the listed skills, it's in the description. Never seen it. And you know how many hours I play. Stardust. A falling star that came to life. If endangered, it may go supernova. Try to beat it in one burst. Yeah, the thing there is that as soon as it is not at full HP, it will immediately suicide bomb at the end of the turn. So, yeah, you can leave it alone for as long as you want, but once it's been scratched, you better go all the way. Xenopod, a tentacle monster from outer space. It may look vaguely squid-like, but it's not of this planet. Dream Ray, a manta ray monster with distinctively milk-white skin. The shockwave from its tail induces sleep. Wow, some water really helps clear the throat. This small demon... Alright, Alluring Imp. This small demon's legs can redirect attacks to other monsters. It goads and confuses explorers. Also a resource, a formaldehyde. If you manage to panic it, which it is resistant to. Cerberus. I mean, Cerberus, Kerberos, depends if you learned Latin or not. A three-headed hellhound that mercilessly attacks while adventurers are in the middle of reviving. Yeah, if you don't bind its head, it actually stops all revives. A Sura cicada. This bug lets out a most unpleasant noise. If hit with magic, it goes mad as it rattles and dies. Legbind will stop the suicide rattle on elemental damage, or just kill with physical, but it's resistant to physical, so it's really a pain in the ass. However, the second best bow in the game comes from getting its normal drop, the Hellish Hindwing, which will not drop if you hit it with elemental damage, so you have to kill it with physical. Unless you have Legbind, but then you're also relinquishing the drop. Yeah, this is like the most annoying enemy for me at the moment. Wily Parrot. A parrot whose colorful feathers defy its dark surroundings. Its vivid wings can repel attacks. Doom Wheel. This wheel of misfortune will go on a rampage if even one other monster vanishes from the fight. Which is where you really see the pattern in the hidden areas, where it's like, yeah, you get the normal enemies for that stratum, which are really weak at this point. We get one new one that has some mechanic where if somebody else dies, they just go on a rampage. Which forces you to put up with the weaker monsters instead of just immediately obliterating them all. Dreadworm. Not only does this worm's sting is lethal, but it can shed its skin to get rid of neural paralysis. Not fully sure if it can actually do that, like mechanically, but whatever. Mimic Eye. This primate survives by polishing its mimicking skills and running away if it can't mirror foes. That's totally true, because Lemur Leap, guaranteed chance to flee, has priority, has double priority. The only thing that will go faster than Lemur Leap is a Union skill, because Union skills have the highest priority, and nothing else will go before it. Which is why I always go to poison them. If you can't get a leg bind in, which my party lately doesn't really have access to leg binds, so it's poison. So that way, if we only get them a little damage at the end of the turn, they'll take like an 800 tick from poison or something. Should be enough to kill them. It's like half their health. Night Witch. This vampiress wields a sword-shaped wand with a gem that glows brighter as it absorbs more mana. Yeah, bring a Fencer if you want to get the conditional drop from this thing without suffering too much. Because, again, hybrid attacks, they work well. Because you get the weakness, they deal bonus damage because it's physical, and they still count for the conditional drop because it's also elemental. Then Asura Cicada is like inverted of that, where hybrid attacks are horrifyingly ineffective. Slender Demon, a demonic monster that is shockingly slender from the waist down and has especially long arms. Xenolion, this vaguely lion-like beast attack explores from the cover of shadow in a realm of darkness. Why do we even have the X if it's just pronounced like a Z? And if in the middle of the words it's pronounced as a KS, so like that. I don't get why we have an X in all our language. First. Oh, yeah. Again, that reminds me of in 5. It was like many years ago when I was actually on Reddit. I'm not on Reddit anymore. But on the EO5 subreddit, or I guess it's just the EO Reddit, I've read tales of people completing EO5 with an all brownie team. They said it took them a while because brownies have the lowest strength out of all the races. So every battle was a war of attrition. And there was another party that was just all necromancers. All 5 of them were necromancers, which I kind of see how that works with using the Wraiths and Fierce Shield. But like at the early game, you don't have those. How? They are squishy. Yeah, honestly, Miiverse still feels recent, even though I know it was like 15 years ago. I forget when it closed down, though. It didn't close down 15 years ago. That's like probably when it was most popular. 2007. Speaking of, I have a controller that's probably 15 years old. Sorry, a controller that I still use that's 15 years old. I have controllers I don't use that are even older. But it's not because they don't work, it's just because they're like for the Nintendo 64 and GameCube, and I don't really have those hooked up. I still have a CRT TV in the attic. I don't know if it still works, because it's been up in the attic for so many years, but I still have a CRT. Oh, 5 years ago. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Or rather, I kind of expect it to happen at some point, you just never want it to happen. Like Demon Souls servers shut down. I think in 2019, which is like 10 years after the game came out. I'm starting to get hiccups from talking while swallowing. Okay, where were we? Toxipede, a giant caterpillar that guards its territory by poisoning its prey with its venomous mandibles. Owl Beast, with the body of a bear and the face of an owl, it crushes adventurers with its monstrous arms. Iron Crustacean, a rock lobster monster. Its claws are prized as proof of an adventurer's strength around Arcania. Glaring Stinger, a huge scorpion roaming the mountains. Its tail crystal gets even harder once it's mineralized. Yeah, it's petrified. Gotta kill it while it's petrified. Honestly, getting petrification that early in the game is really hard. Actually, I'm not even sure if you can. Let's see, we have Mastery Skill for Spirit Evoker, Mastery Skill for Grace Poisoner, and Mastery Skill for an Omnimancer. So yeah, you cannot get that conditional drop without a Formaldehyde until you kill the Hippogriff. So yeah, it's going to be a long time before you get the Scorpion Crystal. Yeah, I remember that. It's... CRTs, I mean, they're really bulky compared to normal monitors, but they are still faster to a degree, but primarily why they're used for older consoles is because there's no translation layer. It's like, yeah, you can use a converter to convert your... Crap, what was the... It's the red, yellow, and white cables. I forget what they're called, like VRB or something. But those connectors, you can get a little dongles to translate those into HDMI output, but then there's a translation layer which slows it down, and that is, I think for casual play it's probably fine, but for like, you know, speedruns, competitive play, Super Smash Bros. Tournaments, it is not at all acceptable, so you need a CRT. Bucking Giraffe. This monster runs around at breakneck speed and can withstand the full swing of a giraffe neck. Says you. Impeding Tengu, this running monkey uses monsters as shields and knocks down pillars to hinder human explorers. Skeletward. This skeletal swordsman works itself to the bone chasing foes. Beware of its blinding swordplay. Roaming Wraith. A wandering phantom that hides its form in a huge cloak. Attacks appear to drift right through it. Yeah, this thing does have high evasion. If you can hit it, though, it's not that big a deal. Because its big thing is, I think, Hellfire. It's either Flame Sign or Hellfire. No, it's Hellfire. Flame Sign reduces your resistance to fire. Then Hellfire is a big-ass party-wide attack, but it takes a couple of turns to wind up, and during that time it's got high evasion. So yeah, if you can get a leg bind, or paralysis, or panic, or something, just to lock down its evasion. And it really isn't much. It really isn't. It takes a lot of damage for a foe, doesn't last that long. But oh boy, if you can't get rid of the Eve, you're in for, well, probably a game over. Headless Hunter. A Dullahan that wears a full suit of armor. Its two axes can turn whole guilds into a bloodbath. So, by the way, this thing does its rampage thing if you hit its weakness, which is fire. So if you don't want it to do the party wipe move, then don't hit it with fire. However, in order to get the conditional drop, you have to kill it with fire. And that conditional drop gets you the Heavenly Gift item, which doubles XP. So, practice killing these things with fire, so you can stock up on Heavenly Gifts, which will make your endgame grinding a hell of a lot easier. Oh yeah, the bit breakdown's like 1,000 right now. It still says looks like the packets are not lossy though, it's just recovering from congestion, I'm guessing. A Raging Tortoise. A sturdy-shelled turtle. It's sensitive to change and lashes out when it's running low on defenses. Yeah, this thing does its big party smacking attack if it does not... if it has a defense debuff. If it's neutral or buffed up, it's fine, but if it has a defense debuff, it's going to remove the debuff and smack you real hard. A Sonar Worm, a gigantic worm that makes up for its poor vision by tracking prey through echolocation. I have done a duo class run. Well, technically duo class? Duo base class, not duo master class though. So the only real challenge run I've done for 5 is the Earthlane military run. Which is, as you'd expect, all Earthlanes, no other races. Dragoons and Fencers. And that's it. So I had 3 Fencers, 2 Dragoons, 2 Chain Fencers, 1 Phantom Duelist. And then I had a Cannon Bearer and a Shield Bearer. I think. Might have been 2 Cannon Bearers. But it was actually a pretty good party. What made me realize just how well constructed all the classes are in this game. That you can get away with like so much. Like there's so many avenues for healing, for disables, for damage, for elements, for all that stuff. It's going to be really hard to make a fully handicapped party. You know, when it comes to like the highly optimized parties, like what I'm going to use to smash up the super boss, or at least try to smash it up, yeah, there's fewer options. There's definitely like when it comes to min-max, there's definitely correct choices, but if we're not talking min-maxing, we're just talking going through the game, honestly, you can get by with just about anything in 5, and that's why I think it's the best in the series. Hellhound. This two-headed monster will hunt down explorers anywhere, pin them, then attack with its fangs. Oh, that explains all the binds did. Oh, right, you were indeed trying to make a cosplay shield. Good luck with that, I really can't help you. Puffer Sparrow. A round avian monster that senses any danger and puffs up its own body to release sharp quills. Yeah, they hit once per attack, or rather, they hit once per hit. So multi-hit attacks get multiple counterattacks. It's very bad for your Blade Dancer. Plague Demon, a demonic lion monster. If it's cursed to death, its evil energy lingers inside its body claws. Which, I think it was a Plague Demon that made me realize the value of curse. But it can be as good as poison if the enemy has AoE attacks. Also, not many enemies are resistant to curse either, so if you just need an ailment, it's there too. And generally, it's still not like a high priority, but I don't view it as useless anymore. It has its uses. Clawed Fiend. This fiendish fighter's fists sends foes flying. Its eyes are protected, but might also attack. Yeah, you think it's just all punchy claw scratch, but no, it also has a laser beam. Laser beam is a defense reduction, too. Mounting Horror. Also known as a crawling nightmare. A cluster of nightmares. The only way to wake up from this bad dream is to destroy it quickly. Kinda true. Kinda. If you're going for the original one, you have to kill it quickly. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with 2. Taurus Demon, a demonic monster that's big and soft-bodied. Its bull-like horns can be hardened into metal. Yeah, I mean, they are drafts for a reason. Prosperous Gel. This jelly monster slips between dimensions. Only the best adventurers can hit its malleable body. It doesn't really give the sense of it being high in evasion, but oh well. Wounded Boar. This wild beast may be wounded, but that only makes it angrier and more likely to charge. Hurt Crustacean. This selfish shellfish has a deep crimson shell and hunts with its cold tail at fixed intervals. Oh yeah, it did do that, didn't it? I think it was every 2 turns? Or was it every 3 turns? I don't know, I just realized it was fixed intervals, which really helped on the defense side. I like when they do that fixed interval stuff with powerful attacks, but I don't like them doing it a lot, and they did it a lot in 2U. Like, they went full on raid boss scripting, where it's like if you just go off, if you don't know the script, which of course you won't on the first try, and you go off script, then you die in 2U. That's why I really don't like it when they abuse it. But if it's there every now and again, it's like a neat little thing where you have to pay attention to the turn. Great pickle. Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, that Wojo does do that, doesn't it? Anyway, that's just further evidence of why full bind is best bind. Angry Mole Lord. This large mole might be slow and clunky on land, but underground it's the fastest monster alive. Also, probably the only monster alive. Rampaging Roper, a large tree monster in a desolate land. Poison from its armlock vines helps weaken its prey. Luring Phantom, a ghost still wrapped in its burial shroud. This wicked wraith blinds its victims before striking. Soaring Looter. This Reptoid warrior has a spear and knows how to use it for piercing hits and long-range attacks. Saurian bandit. This Reptoid warrior has a sword and knows how to use it with the skill of a dozen lesser lizards. Megavolt marmot. Fuck these things. This electric mouse is a pocket-sized monster, but can thunder shock anyone that tries to catch it. That's just one big Pikachu reference. Seriously, Pikachu's known as the electric mouse Pokemon. Pocket-sized monster is the long version of Pokemon. Pocket monster. And of course, Thunderbolt. Gotta catch 'em all. But you encounter these things in a forced blindside, and they hit fucking hard. So yeah, fuck these things. Yeah, that really doesn't help. It's like, finally, someone drew a Dragoon without their shield. Oh. Saurian leader, this Reptoid warrior has a sledgehammer and likes to hit its foes in their heads to confuse them. Crazed Stinger. Oh, hey, the stinger in the back is open. This scorpion monster's tail exudes two types of venom. One is toxic, the other speeds up poison. Wait, really? Xenolord. This monster master came from outer space to take over the world using its mind-controlling toxins. I feel like that's gotta be a reference to something. A Malgolem. The stone statue god was made by Celestians long ago to protect the Great Tree from humans. I feel like I heard the Alchemist Code crossover, but I didn't really look into it because I don't really hadn't heard of Alchemist Code. I just kind of knew it was a thing. White Golem. The stone statue is one of the guardians of the labyrinth. It blocks off paths for adventurers. Red Golem, one of the stone statues which merged to form the Amalgolem. It will only fight in spacious areas. Black Golem. In spite of its stature, this small stone statue is sturdy enough to take even the heaviest blows. Are you sure about that? Yellow Golem. The stone statue guards the tutelary forest as a barrier. Its chosen form makes it appear natural. Hippogriff. Part bird, part horse, all monster. This magic beast swoops in from the skies to ruin explorers. Also the earliest ultimate weapon you can get, because it's a transient pick. Just gotta kill it in one turn. Probably be able to accomplish that before you figure out you need to kill the undead king with Curse Recoil. The man once called Crow controls fallen warriors to do his evil bidding. Your guild may be next. By taking off its wings, this Lich Lord commands corpses as naturally as its own necrotic limbs. Undead Fencer, a skeleton soldier bound in undying servitude to his Lich Lord, defending him with a rusted sword. Undead Archer, a skeleton soldier that uses the bow and arrow, offers its own bones to serve the Lich Lord. I'm surprised he didn't think to, like, raise a blacksmith or something to keep the weapons in tip-top shape, because, yeah, that would have helped. Crystal Dragon, a draconic gem creature, the rainbow shining from its wings has lured many explorers to their doom. Wait, how? Wasn't it only rumored to exist? Oh, whatever. Whatever. It's like the water had made like a film between two bubbles of air. Yeah, Pinterest would say that. And he made me spit on my screen. Okay. Crystal Dragon. By condensing its wings, this draconic creature's claws break the speed of sound, too fast to stop. Not if you dislocate all of its joints in a full bind. Eternal Tyrant. This primordial darkness is an embodiment of evil that must be overcome to secure Arcania's future. both the easiest and hardest boss in the game. All depends on how low your DPS is. 'Cause the lower it is, the easier this guy is. Weird to be like that, but it be like that. Harvester, a giant praying mantis whose wildly beautiful dancing turns those who see her into servants. Primordiphant, a primordial elephant as large as a mountain. Its charge puts foes between a rock and a hard place. Dryad, this carnivorous plant lures in prey with the appearance of a girl to make a bad friend. Zombie Dragon. Wherever this draconic undead monster goes, it leaves only barren land and corpses in its wake. Well, where it goes, there were already only barren land and corpses, so, technically true? Anemia. Predator that hunts in the crystal caverns. It constricts its prey and then asphyxiates them. Bind Snake, a snake inside a snake. It wraps around its prey and secretes neurotoxins to constrict movement. Snakes in a snake. And then our last entry, which we're gonna go fight.
Oh, welcome back! Do you want to save?
Yeah, I probably would be. I haven't been there in a long time. But back then they were a pretty good bunch to be around. Alright, so the idea is, well, a leading blow. Just 2 leading blows got Fabema here to cast overexertion without hurting the turn economy too much. A Parakel for debuffs, Harwin for buffs, and, well, as long as we get the full bind, we won't really need to do any kind of healing.
Oh, welcome back!
Let's see, item-wise, we got Amritas, Somos, Nectars, Thericas, Bravants, Venom, Unicorn. Not much else. Really. Only 4 minutes. Should take in more breaks. Oops. Muck hit the table there. That finishes the water I had. They can heal themselves. They can't heal others. They have healing guards, so when they take damage, they also heal. That's an active skill, though, not passive. Earthlanes have healing, though, with the Blessing Union skill. When you enter the final floor of the Imperial Bridge, Aachen approaches you with a smile. Time to resume our voyage, I presume. Well then, let us continue. Together. Static and buzzing renders you momentarily blind and deaf as your senses adapt to the powerful presence emanating past the door. If you wish to continue, they must do so with the courage and resolve to face the most powerful monstrosity in the known universe. Alright. Through the static at the corners of your vision, aberration materializes before your eyes. Everything about the entity in front of you is foreign, unknowable, and frightening. So far, however, it has made no signs of movement. To find yourself petrified by mortal fear, Aachen grits her teeth and manages to mutter. Elithra, the Stardevour, destroyed the fleet, killed my people. She attempts to say something else, but her words fade away into static. Perhaps now that Aachen is face to face with the thing that destroyed her people, the weight of their loss has finally hit her. I've never seen her trembling like this. It's clear, however, that the monstrosity neither knows nor cares for the pain in Arkan's heart. Its eater of worlds lives only to fill its hunger. All you know is that the Star Devourer must be stopped, no matter the cost. For people of Earth, you steel your nerves. For the Arkan, you take your weapons in hand. For your guild, a fire blazes within your hearts. Now's the time to live up to your own legend by securing a future for your world and Arkans. Let the final battle begin. Now, this one actually had some foreshadowing, because we had the whole Arkan fleet going to come pick me up at the start, and then as we get closer and closer towards the end, it's like we don't really have much contact with the fleet when we should be, and you finally learn why at 4:30, and it's like, yep, it's here. This basically was literally just, yeah, literally out of nowhere, because it was just, hey, you remember this? No, you don't? Okay, whatever, it exists now. There are actually random encounters in this room. I want to map out the room, but I might just save that for later. I already killed the pacing, didn't I? I never said it wasn't. I don't think we're having random encounters in this room. I feel like the danger meter should have gone up by now if we were. Yeah, that's certainly it. And there we are. Okay. Oh, right, we didn't bring an analysis scope or anything. Fair enough. Fair enough. There we are, start of our. There we go. For exertion on you. Start off with the wilting. Start off with Aegis. This is the one little bit of bullshit in this entire game, the fact that you need Aegis Prayer. Let's go Ruinous Prayer, and probably a Vault Prayer.
Be quiet.
I'll help you.
Arms. No, just arms. And nothing. Ooh.
Injecting fighting spirit!
That's 15 hits.
Just one.
So that thing it just did is 15 random target hits for 1,000 almighty damage per hit. You need to survive a 15,000 damage almighty attack on turn 1. I'll put down eroding. Guess extend ruinous. Not fully sure what to do right now. Guess I'll set a bolt prayer then.
I'll help you.
Okay, there's the full bind.
Inject the fighting spirit.
Okay, as long as it doesn't really recover anything, we should be good to go, but that's... Try a Cursed Reap. Yeah, I've seen some speed kills too. Alright, let's redo Ruinous Prayer.
This is the end.
Ah, sweet. So as long as the binds last for another turn, we are good to go, and that's... They do last. Okay. So here's what I need you guys to know. We have Ruinous Prayer, giving us, what was it, like 37% more damage or something? Overexertion, which is 100% more damage. And Breather, which is 250% more damage. This is going to be a 4-hit leading blow. Alright, and then we do Thunder Fist. Does this thing even... Wilting, eroding... Do we actually need to hit it with any other debuffs? I can just explode it. Then we do Dance Oracle. So Thunder Fist hits harder because I can't think of much else to use Dance Oracle for. That's about 7,000 damage. Yeah, that's not going to be much. Just 1,000. Okay. 5,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 and a half, and times 2. Yeah, our Gephi's passes are a little worse than Pharaoh's. Alright. We just did like 60% of its health in one turn. Anyhow. Keep laying down Thunder Fist. May as well keep laying down Wilting and Eroding. And put down Thunderbolts. Not sure if we can kill it this turn. Ah, shit. Overexertion wore off. Oh, well. Yeah, there's one thing back. Oh, it just has that. Okay. Okay. So, clinch. Clinch. With one turn of overexertion, so we are going to smack you with Thunder Fist, of course, get masking, and haste. Oh, stun. Dang. I think I've heard of that guy. Yeah, that wouldn't do anything. Okay, it's getting a lot of parts back, isn't it? Two punch. I was kind of hoping Bleeding Blow would kill it, so when it's this low, ooh, this may not really work out, you know?
Be quiet. Healing.
Good luck.
Oh, is it really that accurate? It's not much. Ah, and that's full parts.
How troublesome.
Yeah, troublesome is the right word. Alright, let's see. Start of hour, we'll try to clinch that thing again. Go down eroding. That's way too many parts. I didn't read but Nectar 2. Okay, that's a fail.
Sorry. I'm no good.
No way.
That was close. It was pretty heavily RNG dependent. But you can see how Leading Blow works out.
Let's do it to it. I hope to see you back soon.
Question is, do I try that again to see if we can get better luck? Or do I think up a different party?
Ah, it's what will you do?
Let's see. One thing I did kind of want to use, which is why I made Hera Hesse, is to have two blade dancers in the party, and yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see how that works out. I'm not sure how we could Hell Slash procs, though. Oh, wait, I kind of know. Kind of. Would mean not using Parakel, though. Wait, then who would be the 5th slot? I don't have a 1-2 puncher. Oh, I probably want a second Spirit Evoker one day. Or, says Daric. That could work too, I guess. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do the prep work for that, though. So, Harwin, yeah. Alright, who for debuffs? Yeah, Race wouldn't survive, so it can't bring Eritrim. Or would they? Would they get protected by Aegis Prayer? I have no idea. That's right, not Aegis Prayer. They don't get protected by Aegis Prayer. Well, they get protected by Aegis Shield, though. Hmm. If I bring along Pyrokel, we do get eroding. That doesn't really do too much. I'll try Erdfrim.
Very well then.
Don't really have disables here, so...
I expect great things from you.
Not fully sure what I want to try with this party.
Oh, welcome back!
I do want a Warp Charm, though.
How can I be of service? Do you want to save? How can I be of... I hope to see you back soon!
Alright, so the main thing to do here... Use up the Ward Chime. And... we have some damage to take. Then, we're gonna have to use the medic. I didn't bring any medicas. Well, I got food. I didn't cook any food. Okay. It's gonna use up a lot of food. This is ultimately imitating something I've seen, and I do want to actually try myself. Alright, then to reset the encounters, we're going to go down a floor and back up. There you go, reset the danger. A little something called aggro manipulation. I forgot to take out the race, though. I don't know. So it's clear you don't know. In all of the games, enemy AI will... they do attack randomly. That is true, but they prioritize higher HP. They like to spread out the damage. It's a little... one of the little niceties that devs give you. Yeah, having 3 full health wraiths isn't going to be too great for this. And it's also not optimal because we don't have a way to blind it. However... if it still ends up working out with this half-assed setup, then it's gonna work out.
Let's go! Press the advantage! Looks like fun.
Alright, Ruinous, and then... oh, that is a good question. Do we want to reduce... we want a Wraith Dance to get more health slash procs, or... no, we don't need more health slash procs. We need... Wraith Cry.
I got this! I'll help you!
Does it hurt?
We going? Huh. It's like no misses, huh? Yeah, we really do need blind, don't we? Yeah, those are all hits.
Down to the last one.
Wow. That's a dud. Actually, could have used Optic Thrust, couldn't we? I mean, I'll try playing this out through its conclusion, but I do think this one's going to be a dud too, because, yeah. Didn't think blind was that necessary. It really is accurate. Or I also need to unequip his sword too. There's that too. Yeah, I guess prayer. We already have a debuff on there. Bane Fire Breath.
Good luck. This is the end.
You're finished.
Focusing all my strength.
Yes, we did some decent damage to it with that, but that's not really enough. Haste Prayer should be good. Oh yeah, maybe could have Haste Prayed. Maybe. Wraith Dance. So actually... Yeah, I guess just Wraith Dance then. Yeah, this isn't going to be too great. I personally like the reset, but oh well. The thing, there's the party that I used to kill this thing on my own my first time, and I kind of don't want to use them. I want to try and do it with something different, but yeah. This takes too many tries, may end up going back to that. This fight's kind of more theory crafting than actual fight, isn't it? Oh, the Lightning Blow pair did do well. Just the orange needs to be a little better in their favor. Let's see. Clawbinder. That should be fine. And let's do that. We could try to petrify it, but I'm not sure what it's resistant to. Ah, Harry.
What treachery is this?
Oh, well, Harry's just unfortunate. Do we have life exchange? We do. Ah.
It's no use.
Yeah. This is
Get a hold of yourself.
not gonna go well. Yeah, there's 3 summon slots. Kind of hard for me to do this, but I think I will reset. Not necessarily. It does mean your Necromancer won't hit their full potential, potentially. Same with Dragoon. So Rover only needs 1, or at most 2 slots out of the 3, which does mean they don't preclude a Necromancer or Dragoon, but they do limit their potential, since for a Dragoon you would ideally want as many bunkers as you can put down if you're going that route, and for Necromancer you want as many wraiths as you can get.
Hail and well met, my brave heroes. I hope to see you back soon.
Ah, it's you. What will you do? What will you do?
Alright, Geffy, Farah. But Bema's got overexertion, but I don't know, she doesn't quite deal enough damage on her own, I don't think. Or more like, wait. Why bring Hera Hesse with high ground? Yeah, that'd be a really bad Necro team, because you only have 1 Wraith. Which means you can't use Necromancer skills every turn, because almost all of them require sacrificing a Wraith. So you have Reincarnation to maybe bring back a Wraith, replace Wraith when you use one for a skill, but that's a chance of activating even at level 10. So if you don't roll well on that, you're going to be without a Wraith, and you have to use that turn to summon Wraith, and yeah. Necromancer will lose out a lot on turn economy and on power, because some of their higher ultimate skills scale with how many Wraiths you sacrifice for it, like Tombstone Vice requires more Wraiths to increase the Petrify chance. That's why I don't really use a Rover, Dragoon, or Necromancer in the same party, because, again, yes, it can work out, because there is enough space for all of their summons, but there isn't enough space for any of them aside from the Rover to show their full potential. There's Erhazy. And, oh wait, we don't have a... We need a brownie. Oh, we need a brownie. I was thinking use Herahazi's higher ground instead of Harwin's Ruinous Prayer, but we also need Harwin for Aegis Shield. Ugh. Because that's the thing, it's like after high ground, Herahazi can actually do Hell Slash to follow up on all the leading blows. Which we better support, I think, better offensive support than I think Vivema. I mean, Vivema is necessary for overexertion now. Or is she? Overexertion is it's the strongest attack buff in the game, but is it really? I'll try out Harwin, because we still do need a brownie. No, the Japanese translated name is Hound. The English localized name is Rover. The advanced classes are Flying Hawk and Hunting Hound, I think. There's Paracal.
Very well then. Is there something else?
Alright, now that I have it going to custom.
I expect great things from you.
Oh, welcome back!
Let's see, no, you have the war chime in there. Alright, cool.
Do you want to save? I hope to see you back soon!
I'd kind of like to just enter the room, go back to town, and save, and wow, that danger meter. Alright. Yeah, instead of giving Fist Attack up level 10, Argefi got Overexertion level 10, which, after using Leading Blow for a bit, I don't think it's great, but then I'd have to rest him, and I kind of don't want to spend the time to grind him back up. Okay, that was Clinch. And Clinch, and... yeah, high ground. Also saves us on turn economy too.
Let's go!
And Ruin's Prayer. Building, so Clinch hopefully lands.
Be quiet.
Good luck!
Alright, head's gone. That's just data, isn't it? Arms and legs. That's kind of fine. Arms. No legs. No legs. Arwen didn't get hit once. Well... RCE stat values? And the racial stat values? Yeah, there should be. Un momentum. Because you remember that one last play with all the data mine stuff. They have... yeah, races. And you can see, like, the race's base stats. Including a full stat table, which is very tiny. I assume that's what you're looking for, assuming RCE was just a misspelling of race. Alright. Oh, right, we do not have that, do we? Don't quite want to... think... okay, so... oh wait, actually Bravo won't be that good, will it? So if we do the prayer... I should have done the prayer first. And Bravo can override it. Yeah, I might end up redoing this party, but I think this might be worthwhile. Depends how big Leading Blow is, though. We're ultimately doing Hell Slash after all. I guess recast High Ground just to eat the turn. We don't really need any particular elements, so I guess we'll go with Blaze. Do want to erode.
Be quiet. Healing.
Good luck. Please take this.
Alright, arms are sealed. Oh, it's just the arms? Well, that fucking sucks. Dance Oracle, Curse Reap. That lands, we should be in a little better shape.
This is the end.
Nope, didn't land.
This is it! Be gone!
Yeah, I think Rare has to use a little better support. Oh, that did hardly anything. Okay. Yeah, I do want to get some better rolls on that, so this is going to be a tough one. Really made a save state before I started. I think about it. I haven't actually heard of any quick kill methods that don't have heavy reliance on RNG.
Hail, and well, I hope to see you back soon.
Huh. Anyway, I'll make a save state here, and I'm going to leave it in full window mode, just so we don't have to put up with 10 seconds of black screen each time there's a reset. Also, I'd like to note this is an optional boss. You can complete the game. Not 100%, but you can complete the 6th stratum without fighting this thing. It's just, I know I've killed it before, and I want to kill it again. Alright, let's make a save state. Okay, let's see what we can pull off this time. And what? High ground. Blaze Prayer will start off with, so it gets knocked off first for the Bravants. Wilting, so Clinch is more likely to hit. I forgot to do Aegis Shield. Save state already showing its worth.
Let's go.
I'll pass the advantage.
And then Blaze Prayer. And wilting.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Got armbind, headbind, no leg bind though.
Down to the last one.
Alright, another clinch turn. So, another high whatever. Actually, no, not another high ground. Actually, we'll use the turns for brawouts. Ruinous Prayer. Eroding.
Good
And then
luck.
Cursed Reap.
We stand together.
Yeah, alright, that's fine. I'll try to do a fist then. Ruinous Prayer, Blaze Prayer. Okay. What happened to the Bravant? Oh, class stats are added on to base stats. Okay, what the heck do I even want to do right now? This is technically an empty turn for him. Blaze, High Ground, Ruinous. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to that one Bravant. Should have overridden the Blaze Prayer.
You're finished.
There's Curse.
You. Please take this.
I think, yeah, one wore off. Alright, if we're not getting at least 50% off of this, that's gonna have to be a reset. Dance Oracle and Explosion. No, there wasn't. Races are unique to 5.
You're going down. Hut.
You're finished.
Tap.
Special attack!
Tap.
Finish!
This is it! This is it! Burn in hell!
Oh, it recovered very fast. 40%. Alright, let's reroll on those buttons. I'm not quite sure when the RNG gets rolled, if it's like actually at the end of the turn, or if it's like at the start of the fight. Which is why I'd like to make a second save state that's closer to when things actually pop off, so I have to go through the start of the fight each time. Then we want High Ground and Blaze Prayer, so it gets dropped off as the oldest buff. And we'll hold up.
Let's go.
Here, I'll put my advantage.
Now let's save 2.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Because the first turn's going to be the same regardless.
Please take this.
And 2 binds, not 3.
Down to the last one.
That's something I actually do want to check, though.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Will it be head and armbind every time? Headbind.
Please take this.
The self-binds are different.
Down to the last one. I got this.
Be quiet.
Honestly, it's turned from a fight into research. Armbind, headbind.
Please take this.
Yeah, either it's very resistant to leg binds, or we just aren't getting any.
Last one.
Let's see, okay, it's building.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Arm. Head.
Please take this.
It's different who gets arm and head, so I do think it's actually decided at the time. Which means if I do this, eventually we will get lucky.
Please take this.
Like that time we only got out an arm bind.
Down to the last one. I got this.
Be quiet.
Arm bind, head bind.
Take this. Down to the last
Personally,
one.
don't think that's really enough, but whatever.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Starting to think I should have brought some binding jars. Really like bind just never pops up.
Down to the last one.
Alright. You actually don't have any self binds. Interesting. You did use high grounds, that's fine. Which means we want a Provant on Farah, Ruinous Prayer, Rooting,
Be quiet.
Good luck. We stand together.
Leading Blow, Leading Blow, Hell Slash, Dance Oracle, and hope for a curse.
Take this.
Yep, got curse.
This is it! This is it! Burn in hell!
Alright, that was a little over half. Let's see, how much damage would this do? I don't think summons can take buffs, so no. No, I do not believe so. And now we're kind of back where we were on the first time, where it has very low HP, but no disables, so we're kind of in a bind. I'll see how this goes this time, but I don't have much hope, given that as soon as it's undisabled, things go south. We could do one-two punch. One-two punch may not be that good. It's level 5. If we do Hell Slash, we could end up killing ourselves. So we've got Ruinous, High Ground, yeah. Now we're going to have Wilting and Eroding. Let's also throw in their Stifling. That's not how that works.
Shit! How dare you!
Well, we stun the main body.
Prepare to face me.
We also got 2 stuns on ourselves. That did not stop the regens. Well. It feels like 111 or 116. It's like around 110. In fact, let me see. EO5. Skeleton. This will tell you. Level 99, retirement level 111. It's like, I want to use Hell Slash, but if it attacks us, we are indeed screwed. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, that's... okay. Yeah, that's a wrap. Alright, what do we get this time? Armbind, Hitbind.
Please take this.
That's really it.
Down to the last one.
Alright, so breather, high ground. Right, we already did Blaze Prayer. So Ruinous Prayer. Rooting.
Good luck. We stand together.
We can blow. Hell Slash. Dance Oracle. I'm gonna try Paralysis this time.
Take this. Ta!
You're finished.
Nope, nothing.
This is it! This is it!
Oh, there's even a miss in there. God damn. Yeah, in order to use the party I had back in the day, that would be very different builds from what I have right now.
I got this.
Be quiet.
Yeah, we might just be rolling for a full bind at this point.
Please.
Interesting.
Down to the last one.
Again, I'm not entirely sure what it's resistant to. I could probably look that up, actually. It's probably... oh, wait, never mind. Sort of our overview. Here we are. This thing has... okay, it's weak to everything. That's fine. Ooh, oh, paralysis is not good. It's 25%. Yeah, so blind, poison, curse, earthing, panic is impossible. This is insta-kill, I think, but damn, that bind resistance. So we're just getting unlucky with the leg binds. Unless... hold up. Well, there was some variance each time I reloaded that turn. Again, it could have already been pre-calculated what exactly it could get bound. Oh yeah, EO2's Grimoire skills were much better than the first Untolds, and they made power creeping crazy. Like, a level 20 double attack is guaranteed, and you also can get guaranteed crit chance on all normals, which means you're dealing, like, and also double crit modifier, which means you're dealing, was it 600% damage for 0 TP every turn? And that's actually not much in 2U's terms, but that is pretty good overall. In do use terms, like, your damaging skills deal 2100 damage. 100%. Ooh. Anywho.
I got this.
Be quiet.
If it's just head and arm again. Okay, we got leg.
Down to the last one.
Let's make that save state number 3. So we have it fully bound, and again, I'm not sure if how long the mines last are pre-rolled, but we'll see. So we have that. Gore is like 15%. It's not really worth it compared to a Bravant.
Be quiet. Healing.
Good luck. We stand together.
Alright. It's still fully bound. This might work. Only had time for one Bravant, but whatever. Dance Oracle and then Cursed Reap. So I just have to hope that Cursed Reap actually lands.
You're finished.
It didn't. Well, it might still work out. Yeah, the most data mining they did was for the first Untold, where they even got the AI for every enemy.
This is it. This is it.
Alright, not doing too bad.
This is it.
Okay, it is low health, but it has absolutely no disables left on it. So this is a difficult one. Not sure if we can really succeed here, but we will try. So we get High Ground and Ruinous. Curse Reap did its best, so let's go for Explosion? Maybe Explosion. Or actually, given that it could stun us, let's pop up Miasma Wall, because Parakel's not that paramount to our Elemental Decoy.
You've left yourself open. Focusing all my strength.
It's dead! Yay! That required a lot of rerolls on the luck. After what feels like hours spent dodging the Stardivou's relentless attacks and striking at its openings, the monstrosity finally wavers. Stardevour collapses to the ground after quivering for a few intense moments, finally stops moving and at last falls silent. You did it! You destroyed the Eater of Worlds! The party erupts in uproarious cheers as you embrace and congratulate one another for this epic feat of bravery. Arkin, who had been watching the battle, steps forward and gives a flourishing bow. Incredible. Gilgithra truly is the stuff of legends. To be honest, I doubt any of us would live to see this moment, yet here we are, in front of a fallen Stardevour, standing victorious. When I first came to Earth, I never dreamed humanity could grow so mighty as to put the Archon to shame. My imagination was lacking. There's a cheerfulness and a sense of relief on the alien's face you've never seen before. Realize the Archon doesn't just see you as equals now, but honestly looks up to you. She was proud to have seen you come so far. There is more I must convey to you. Thank you for defeating the Star Devourer, the bottom of my heart, as you can say. My people will be able to meet our ancestor in the stars with pride, Archon mutters, as she turns her gaze to the heaven with misty eyes. A moment later, she returns her gaze to you before walking further into the chamber. You follow her into the cosmic corridor. This is the exit, Yodithra, the space that connects your world to the one that I must now protect. You long have said that I'm not sad to leave Earth after all these years. My duty there is finally finished. In that regard, moving on instills me with an overflowing sense of serenity. That is why I've decided not to stop here, but to keep going, to wherever I am needed. Turning her gaze back toward you, Archon offers a hand with a smile. Well then, Ithergild, let's go to the next planet, our new home, together. It is your choice whether to take Archon's hand and journey to a new world, or to return to Arcania after seeing her off. After all, your mythical adventures now. We're free to choose our own destinies. There we are. One thing left is to actually report to Ramus about the Star Devourer, which will give us a full 100% clear on the save file. For now, let's enjoy the credits. So hopefully that's shown you, some of you, how you can go about the Star Devourer and also the power of emulation. I didn't have to reroll that many times. My first time killing this thing, I think it was the first attempt, I went up with a defensive party to try and scout it out, and of course got obliterated on the first turn. The second time, I think I went for my boss slaying party with the full bind on turn 1, and that got it in 5 turns. On the very first go with that party. The party, by the way, was 2 Barrage Brawlers, a Blade Dancer, a Divine Herald, I think? Might have been Divine Punisher too, not sure if that really mattered. And a Spirit Evoker. The idea was to use 1-2 punch, not cling. Not clinch. I've been using clinch this time because it's a higher bind chance than 1-2 punch or the other ones. But 1-2 punch lets you deal damage while also inflicting binds. And the thing is, each hit triggered by 1-2 punch and leading blow cause a follow-up from Hell Slash, which normally doesn't happen with multi-hit skills. Like, if you use Layer Bloom and it hits 16 times, you get 1 follow-up from Hell Slash, because it's 1 action. But with Barrage Brawlers, you can get 4 actions out of 1 skill usage. Which was why I chose them to have 2 Barrage Brawlers to max out the Hell Slash procs, because they're capped at 12, 4 for each katana. And then we have Spirit Evoker using Wraith Dance. So each Wraith attacks, which gives you more Hell Slash procs. So it should be another 3 at a minimum, but if each attack counts... Because each Wraith attacks 3 times, and if they each count as a separate action, that's 9 triggers with Hell Slash. So at least 3, ideally 9, but I'm not sure which one it would be. For the Shaman, I don't think the specialization really matters that much. Because really you want Ruinous Prayer, Elemental Prayer, and Dance Oracle. Because Hell Slash is one of the very few skills that actually inherits the elemental buffs on your weapon. For most other skills, it overrides it, so if it's a stab skill, and you put a fire buff on a weapon, it just deals stab damage, no fire. But Hell Slash deals cut plus, it's basically a souped up normal attack, so it'll inherit the fire buff or the ice buff or the volt buff. So with Dance Oracle, you can enhance Hell Slash's power, but also as a Necromancer, their ultimate coffin gives them Bane Fire Breath, which reduces elemental defense. So you can do Wraith Cry to reduce defense, then Bane Fire Breath to reduce elemental defense, then Dance Oracle to reduce elemental resistance, which is separate. And then you have Ruinous Prayer to buff up, you can do High Ground and Armor Pierce for more stuff, and then you have your two Pugilists working on full binding the boss, so it can't do anything. And then of course you do Leading Blow, and when you punch full procs, you end up with, well, a lot of Hell Slash hits. Welcome to Proto-Earth.
Oh, welcome back!
Alright, let's get our wounds healed. This party was ultimately pretty similar. You got two Barrage Brawlers, Everplate Dancer, a Divine Herald, and a Celestrian Death Guard.
Welcome. Make yourself at home.
Your maps are already handed in, so got that. But for monsters, that wraps up the Monsters Codex. Shouldn't have expected anything less from the Aether Guild. Remember, it's such a wonderful accomplishment. I want you to have this. The 3 formaldehyde.
Well done.
The item compendium is now complete. I suppose I should have expected nothing less from the Aether Guild. Remember, it's such a wonderful accomplishment. I want you to have this. Oh, gold ingots.
Magnificent.
Don't really have much use for gold ingots, though. Like, yeah, sure, we can get the ultimate katana now, but there's nothing stronger to aim for. Now the Stardew has been slain. I mean, it'll respawn in a month's time like all the bosses, because that's just how they do, but lore-wise, there's nothing left to kill, and game-wise, there's nothing stronger.
You've successfully scaled Yggdrasil and discovered all of the labyrinth's secrets. I can only imagine the hardships you endured to accomplish such an impressive feat. As a reward for all your hard work, I present to you the Crown of Arcania. The Arcania City Council officials recognize your heroism with this symbol. Take it with you as you journey to new lands. I'm sure rumors of your exploits will find their way back to this city, no matter where you go. There's no need for you to rush off right away, however. Please, rest. Enjoy yourselves for the night. I will personally prepare you all meals. No need to be modest. It is merely a token of my gratitude and a means for me to celebrate our friendship.
And now for the 100% credits. I still have to sell the World Eater's core, though. I think the katana will go to Sark. Or Hesse, honestly. She was with us in the final party. Yeah, the ultimate katana's Ameno Habakiri's weapon skill increase is an evasion buff for the whole party. Seems to be a strong evasion buff, but it's a bit of a weird one. Guess it works for a blade dancer. After all, you don't want your blade dancer getting hit ever. Yeah, I show you concept art, got a new song. It's nice. Honestly, once we got into the 6th stratum, it feels like things progress both slowly and quickly at the same time. Like, it was slow because I really had to grind a lot over the past several weeks, but it was fast in that every stream we just made rampant progress. Okay, they do use their mouth. We see tri-wielding there. One in each hand and one in the mouth and one on the arm? I don't know how quad-wielding would go, though. Still don't know how quad-wielding would go, but according to Alyssa, it will be held by their little fluffy bunny tail. There's several ridiculous ways I can think of to do quad wielding, but I think the most realistic way to accomplish the effects of quad wielding would be to quick draw 4 katanas at once. As in, you draw and cut one katana, then sheath it, as with your other hand you draw and cut with another one, and you keep alternating katanas, so you basically use all 4 katanas in a quick draw fashion. Like, tri-wield you can see thanks to One Piece's Zoro doing the whole, using his mouth as like a third hand, but when I get to 4, it's just how. You know, one idea is to use this other 2 katanas as stilts that you can kick to cut. Another one is you can have them, keep them attached to your arms using like tonfas, which we kind of see in the artwork, but they're sheathed to the arms rather than unsheathed, so I don't know. And there's, I don't know, more cartoonish ways you could possibly hold them. Like, depending on the tensile strength of their ears, you could have katana in each ear. But then how would you have, like, an Earthling or a Brownie or a Celestrian blade dancer? I don't think you should, just because it's unoptimal, because you want highest strength possible, but which Therians have. But then again, nothing's stopping you from having a Brownie blade dancer. We could set a D&D campaign in this world, because we've only seen the Labyrinth. We have only seen the Labyrinth, and there's a whole map. Skip the... Okay, there we go. There we are, 100% clear metal. And back to the title screen. We were just back here.
Oh, welcome back. Oh, girls gotta make a living.
Good to see. What are you selling?
World Eater Core. The spherical core of an abomination said to have been the end of countless civilizations.
You got yourself a
300k. Ameno Habakiri is unlocked. And because you participated in the subjugation, already better than a Soboro plus 5.
You wanna equip it here?
Costs nearly 700k.
Anything
With the
else?
discount.
Leave it to me.
Use 1 over 3 gold ingots, go up to 43.
Yes. Job well done.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Anything else? You wanna equip
One
it
thing
here?
I will do is replace Sark-headed TP up Katana, which she doesn't really need anymore. Yeah, Hishin Makai. Place out the Silvero. Whoa. Proof of heroism set with 10 sapphires, rubies, and emeralds, and 1,000 diamonds. HP plus 100, TP plus 100, all plus 20. Oh my. Just, oh my. That's twice the Arcania Orb. I don't know who would use that. At least at the moment. I could probably think of somebody to use it.
Thank you. Come again.
Oh, welcome back! Do you want to save? Of
Well,
course.
let's see if I can generate this QR code. There you are. If you want our guild card, there's your QR code. You can head back. You could rewatch the stream or pause it now to read it, but one thing I am going to do for you guys is capture the screenshot. And post it in. Ah. See that crossover, Chloe? Man, he posted that a while ago. Wonder why it didn't pop up as new until now. Alright. There you go. Now, if you are in the Discord, you have ready access to this QR code. As Alyssa Jensen, who indeed asked for this. Yeah, that's not happening to the SD card. 100%, 281 in-game days. Hunted just shy of 10,000 enemies. Earned, wait, how much N is that? 25,390,551. Yeah, for my original guild, you'll have to look through the... So on the EO subreddit, they have some old QR code mega threads, and I posted my entire old guild on there. All 99 are 99. One time I posted it before, and then I got them all, but I had some new recruits that I was playing around with, and then I got them all 99 or 99 and posted it all again. So, yeah, if you look for my name on the subreddit, you should probably find the thread. You can get my entire old guild, all 30 of them. But here we are, with the new guild. Which is also almost max, by the way. I think there's only 3 empty slots. Or is it 2 empty slots?
How can I be of service? Do you want to save? I hope to see you back soon.
Ah, it's you.
I won't really say how many slots there are here.
What would you
Manage?
like to do? Is
In
there
some
something
games
else?
it'll tell you how many slots you have open without having to do recruit.
What would you like to do?
Alright, so that's 6, 12, 18, 24. Huh, so 28. It's 30 with Lowell and Hound, but yeah. 28 out of 30. And some of them I never used, like Seklin. I never used a Divine Punisher. Maybe next time. And it's gonna be a while. I'll probably wait a few years before I play EO5 again so I can forget some things, but yeah. I can see myself doing it next time. Might even use this save file. Maybe not. I don't know, going through the game again from the start with all 99 or 99s is going to be way too easy.
I expect great things from you.
Yeah, that's Etrian Odyssey 5, 100%. Finally done. Arkansas for a New World. It's never been fully stated whether we went with it or not. So both are true. And we've got 100% completion. Well, thank you very much for watching. I don't have much else to say. It's just a momentous occasion. Ah, yes. One last thing we can look for.
Do you want to save?
321 hours. You know I did a lot of grinding in between streams.
How can I be of service?
Finally done. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Fare thee well.